What's up, everybody? It's a great start to the week. I'm not sure if I'm going to get this out today, but for your information, this is on a Monday. But hopefully I can get it out today. But we're just going to do a little bit of a post-fight analysis, post-card, actually, full card, not full card. Just watch a little bit of some of the fights that I talked about in my first video. We're starting with Damian Penis. And if you watched my first video, I was a little bit confused on how maybe you would say his name, but sure enough, it is Damian Penis. And I had stated I was not aware of who this Wes Schultz or Damian Penis guy was. If you watched the fight, Damian Penis puts a whooping on him. And shout out to one of my first comments, because they thought it was funny in my first video when I said Penis is trying to get, or Damian is trying to get his penis wet in the UFC. This is his first little dip in. Bro commented something like the first dip went well or something like that. I don't know, but it was pretty funny. Good to see that I was already getting, an early comment. I think it was like 1 or 2, but hey, I'll take it. We'll keep stacking them, all right? So yeah, let's get into this a little bit. Pretty good card overall. As they introduce these guys, I will humbly speak about the picks that I for sure got wrong, but I wasn't really wrong, right? So when I talked about Moreno, I did say I wasn't worried about this fight, but I did say that I was worried about him getting in there too early. And it looked like that, man. Lohner has some striking, brother. I mean, he looked as crisp as possible, and I just didn't think, I don't know, I didn't think that guy was ready for that moment, but boy, was he. And he put on a great performance and almost finished Moreno a couple of times, man. And, yeah, I don't know. I think, what does Moreno do? I'm a huge Moreno fan. I had said that in my other video. I picked him for that fight. I said openly I was not worried because he was fighting Lohner now and not a Sue. Man, what would a Sue have done to him, bro? Fuck. I mean, I feel like maybe it's time for Moreno to retire. Bro has one of the greatest legacies in that division ever. I think it's time for him to put him up. I don't want to see it continue. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't want to see it continue. Horrible fucking sidekick there. What else did I get wrong? Bobby Green. But again, I didn't really get it wrong, right? Because I had said, if you want to roll with the vet, roll with the vet. Bobby's cool. I said I liked Bobby. I said the way he fights is fucking legendary. And, man, he put on a show against Zellhuber. He did Bobby shit. That was a beautiful 1-2 right there down the middle. Everybody, all the commentators thought that Wes Schultz was done right here, but he gets up like it was nothing. And here in a little bit, he makes a tremendous mistake. For one, I don't agree with shooting double legs in the UFC. You should always just be attacking one leg, in my opinion. So right there was his mistake. But then look at this body lock to half step over trip. He still has the body lock, goes for bear hug, not working, goes for this little half step over trip again. And then he just tries to, I don't even know what that was. I'm a wrestling coach. I really am. I would not advise whatever the fuck that was, man. Fuck. And now he's just raining down shots. Good elbows. Passes over to side like it was nothing. Good elbows in the ribs here. Yeah, this Penis dude looked good. But I don't know nothing about Wes Schultz, man. I mean, fuck. So how much can you really say about the win? But he did look good. He had some good hands. Power in the hands, definitely. But, I mean, look at what he's fighting. That's a clean uppercut. But ankle pick Tony Ferguson would be proud. I mean, Bisping sometimes just says shit, right? Bisping just says shit because that was a horrible ankle pick. Those kicks were fucking awful. Who's this Wes Schultz guy, man? Fuck. Penis, good performance, bro. But I don't know who you're fighting. There it is. That's it. So that's it on the Penis fight. Dude who commented, you were right, man. You were right. Good first dip in. Good first dip in. What the is going on with my Paramount? Who should we look at next? Who should we look at next? We'll do the very next fight, which was Marshall. I don't quite remember what I said about these guys. I believe I said I didn't know anything about Eric Silva and Francis Marshall. I don't know if I made a pick. But they put on a pretty cool little performance, I suppose. I don't know. Shine your eyes. All right, here we go. Holy, I forgot that that's how we started the fight. What the fuck? That was a good spinning heel kick there. I want there to be light on my face, but I want you guys to be able to see the fight, and I don't know what to do. Because I don't have a production crew. All right, we'll just keep it going. Whatever, fuck it. You guys don't need to see my fucking face. You guys don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, right? Fuck. Was there any other picks that I got wrong? Let me go look at the card. I don't believe. I wonder if I just put my I think I figured it out, ladies and gentlemen. Let me look up some stuff real quick here first. I don't believe that I got any other picks wrong. So out of however many I picked, let's go through it. Okay, I got Brandon Moreno wrong. Halfway though, right? I told you guys I was worried about him getting in there so early. David Martinez versus Marlon Vera. I got exactly right. I told you guys Marlon was just going to try to stand in a telephone booth, and David Martinez did not let it happen. That the boy stayed on his bike the entire time, stayed on his bike, kept moving, kept changing directions, kept shuffling his feet, kept switching stances, stayed on that bike. Anytime his back got up against the cage, he instantly circled off, circled away. Yeah, he didn't let Marlon get in that telephone booth at all. And like I had stated, if Marlon was able to set up the long range game with the kicks and stuff, which he was kind of attempting, but when we review the fight, I'll show you guys some opportunities where I just felt like he really could have been winging one off to the body or to the head, or even some spinning shit. There was, I feel like, a couple chances where Marlon could have thrown a spinning shit, and that would have made a huge difference. David Martinez constantly stayed moving the entire fight, but towards the end of the fight wasn't moving as much. But Marlon that's not the kind of fighter Marlon is, man. He's a rooted fighter, which means he really likes his heels in the ground. He likes to really sit down on his punches and his strikes, which he doesn't stay floating. He stays rooted. And when that's been your game your entire career, it's gonna get pretty fucking hard to figure out how to chase somebody all of a sudden. So good finish here, as you guys see happening. Um, right here, if you guys could see his hands, good choke, but he had his hands just gripped like this. Really weak grip, in my opinion. And the best way that I can explain it is if you were hanging on from a cliff, would you like to just be hanging with your fingertips, or would you like maybe your full hand? So you got this with just your fingertips, or you got this grip, you got this grip. You can even just grab your own wrist and not even worry about this hand. But I like to switch over, and now you're grabbing this. So would you like to hold on to a cliff like this, or just with your fingertips? But he gets the finish regardless. And yeah, that was that. Good little performance or whatever. Didn't know who these cats were. Let's move on, because that's, yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit about the Regina fight. All right. So next one that we're going to look at is the Douglas Silva versus Javier Reyes. Um, which was actually a pretty good fight. Actually, a pretty good fight. Wasn't aware of who these cats were. Also, um, fucking Douglas is 40. I don't know, man. I'm a big fight fan. I really keep up with the game. I keep up with prospects. I did admit last video I haven't really got too into the Contender Series, but as far as other organizations go, I'm not just one of those cats that only watches the UFC. For this guy to be 29 and 6 and 40, and I've never heard of him, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's just blank in my mind. I don't know, but I never heard of the cat. But he puts on a good little performance. Um, if you didn't see, I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'm not going to spoil who wins, but it is a good performance. But yeah, still thinking about Brandon, man. It hurts. I knew he shouldn't have been getting in so early. I don't know what that was, and even during the fight, I don't know if you guys are good at reading body language, but man, in his corner, there were a couple times where he genuinely looked like I don't know, like he was about to cry, like he was mourning his fucking career or some shit. I don't know, man. He looked checked out. And then he would do some decent work, get back to the corner, and he would be the same way he always is, responding to his coaches, constantly talking with his coaches. But there was a couple of rounds, a few rounds, we'll watch it, where he just goes to the corner and he just doesn't, I don't know, man. He just doesn't look like he's in there. And I think it's time for him to hang him up. I really do. As a big Moreno fan, I just wonder what else are you gonna do? Go up and wait? Like I don't know, bro. He's had one of the most legendary careers in that weight class. I think it's time to just hang him up. Holy, big ol' overhand from the 40-year-old. Them old dudes swear they pack a punch, man. Maybe they ain't lying. I'm not fucking with this guy's ponytail. Not at all. I think you got to braid that thing up or something. I'm not against men having long hair. I just think you got to do something with it. You got to braid it up, or if that shit don't look like Slash, man, the guitar player, you got to braid it up or something. Not too often though. Don't fuck up your hairlines, young fellas, if you do got braids. That toe literally poked him on the chin. That almost landed. I do not know what Reyes is doing, is what Dean Thomas is saying, if you can't hear him. And Dean Thomas just openly was saying he's fighting a 40-year-old at elevation. Come on. So, I mean, if Dean Thomas is hinting at it, don't be mad at when I say old fellas shouldn't fight, bruh. Put him up. The young man's game, brother. But I feel like I showed you guys some good little preview of what's to come. I almost had that main card. I almost had that main card entirely right. Good on Loner for putting on a hell of a performance versus a guy like Brandon. That early in his career, I mean, that's gonna fucking skyrocket things, right? So, and I had said that. I said this is a huge opportunity for Loner, and Loner put on a show. So good for him. And then Bobby, right? I got that wrong, but did I really? I told you guys what could happen. I told you guys what he was capable of, but I did confidently try to tell you guys that Daniel would knock him out with a shin to the head. And I didn't see Daniel getting his head kicks going really at all. Bobby had that fucker missing all night, looking around and shit. Oh my goodness. That would hurt me, bro. If I was fighting a guy, he made me miss and then looked in the crowd like, where are you fucking throwing? Whew, that would hurt. That hurt. Yeah. Zalhuber got worked. Bobby did Bobby shit. Good for him, bro. Good fucking for him. So yeah, I feel like I don't know, man. I feel like I gave you guys some good predicts. I'll do a deeper breakdown, but let's do a little quick early picks for UFC 226. Let's see. Luke Fernandez versus Rodolfo Balado. That fight ended with 1 second left. If you guys didn't notice, the dude on bottom was like doing this to Herb Dean while getting punched. Like, brother, cover up or fucking catch a wrist or some shit. Anyway, I don't like Rodolfo Balado. If you guys don't remember, he's the one who had that fucking heavy antics fight with Paul Craig. I didn't like that shit. And him and Jimmy Crute had a weird fight. Yeah, I'm not a fan of him. I'm going for Luke Fernandez. This will be Luke Fernandez's first fight in the UFC. I think he'll get a win. Quick picks, though. Quick picks. I'll do a deeper breakdown later in the week. Yuju Song versus Gotson. We're going Yuju. We're going Jesus Aguilar versus Sue. We're going with. I cannot say the guy's name that Cody Durden is fighting, but Cody Durden is not winning, is my prediction. Ricky versus Alberto. I'm going Ricky. Dante Johnson versus Dusko. I'm going fucking. I don't know either of those cats, actually. Dante submitted Cedricus Dumas. Okay. Dusko. Holy. He's been in the UFC that long, and I don't know who this guy is. What the hell? Since 2020. He fought Gregory Rodriguez. Fought Chitty. Big moment for Javier Reyes. Let's make it official with Joe Martinez. He's got a good amount of fights in the UFC, but I'm not aware of who this fucking Dusko guy is. He didn't seem good enough, in my opinion. I'm taking Dante Johnson. Moving on. Cody Garbrandt. Holy, when is this guy going to hang him up, man? He's fighting Long Chow, who lost his first and only fight in the UFC. Cody Garbrandt is, of course, coming off of a loss versus Barcelos. Before that, a submission versus Davison Figueiredo. I mean, I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. Cody's so old and washed. Long Chow should win, but just for the fun of it, I'm picking Cody. For the fun of it, we are going with Cody. Moving on. Main card. We got Gregory Rodriguez. They call that man the Terminator or whatever the fuck. Versus Bruno Fiera. Bruno the Hulk Fiera, who is pretty good and is an up-and-comer. He's beaten some good people. Has lost to some pretty good people as well. Is this a rematch? This is a rematch. Wasn't aware of that. So Bruno has already knocked out Gregory in round 1 before. So that's interesting. I'm going to go ahead and say that sits in Gregory's head and Bruno wins. But we'll have to go back and watch that fight at some point together. Moving on. Drew Dober versus Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson. He's going to be extremely quicker than Drew Dober. Both some old heads fighting, though. 37 versus 39. Fucking a crazy amount of fights between the two. Should we do the math? Nah, I don't want to. You can do it. Rob Font versus Raul. I'm going to go Raul because Rob Font is just way too old at this point and just hasn't, I don't know, he hasn't put together those performances that makes me feel like he's still got it at this age. Even his win versus Gene Matsumoto, I don't know, man. He's decent. He's still decent, of course. It's Rob Font, but I think Raul will submit him or some shit. Moving on. Again, ladies, what the fuck? I wasn't aware of Cal Boharlo versus RDR. I wasn't aware of that. Again, I'm not doing this full time yet, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't actually have any social media either. So any information that comes to me is through my research. And I guess I just had not seen that Cal and RDR were fighting. That's a sick fight. Does RDR bounce back? His last performance, man, made me just really question what he's got going on. I don't know who to pick there. I mean, RDR has an amazing grappling game. I'm not aware of Cal Boharlo having the same grappling game. He defended against Imanov. I remember that. I don't remember how many times he shot, but I remember he defended it against Imanov's takedowns, but he still lost the fight. I don't know, man. If RDR just stays in that clinch, but now I'm worried about his clinch game not even being good. Brendan Allen was just ripping to the body and just ripping knees. And I mean, fucking RDR just looked like he couldn't frame off at all. He looked like he couldn't get the head pushed down at all. He looked like his underhook did nothing. He looked like his collar tie just wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't very strong. I don't know. RDR didn't look great versus Brendan Allen. And I do believe that Boharlo is one of those guys, one of those really, really high prospects, up and comers. Not even really a prospect anymore. I feel like he's in the fucking race type beat. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go Boharlo. And then, of course, the fight that we all are very nervous for because it's one of those fights where it's like your favorite fighter's fighter, or what is it? Your favorite fighter's favorite fighter versus your favorite fighter's favorite fighter. Because it's just one of those. If you watched my first video, I said I don't even know how Matinho was still alive, man. I'm not even trying to hate, but that's a lot of fucking brain damage at this point, man. You got to do something about it. He just got dropped on his head there again. I mean, I don't want to watch this fight, I don't think, ladies and gentlemen. There's no point in having you guys watch that again because I know that you guys didn't enjoy that fight the other night. So let's move on. We don't give a fuck about Macy and Alina Perez. Do we care about Ryan Gondra versus Jose Medina? Let's try it out. Let's see if you guys give a hoot. I don't remember how that fight ended off the top of my head noggin. We'll look it up real quick though to see if it's worth your while. It is worth your while. Okay, so we'll watch that. Actually, I do remember this fight. Yeah, it is worth your while. Yeah, Max and Charles is one of those fights, man, where
It's literally like damn near everybody's favorite guy versus everybody's favorite guy. Obviously there's no UFC fan that just rolls with like one person. You got a bunch of different fighters that you really like, and how many people like Charles and how many people like Max. Kind of the same thing with Max's last fight against Dustin. I mean, fuck, man. Ah, I don't even know. I don't. Personally, Max has more ways to win, in my opinion, than Charles does. Because I don't think Charles has what it takes to put Max out on his feet. And the reason I say that is because Charles is a very rooted fighter, and Max is not. Max is going to be moving a lot. And the thing is, though, is that when Max does decide to plant, he fucking cracks so much harder. And that's the other thing is he puts out so much volume, and most of that volume is while he's moving and kind of staying on the back foot or popping the jab, and he's not necessarily rooted and planted down and sitting on his punches. You kind of start to feel like, okay, well, at least I can take this. You know what I mean? But then Max is great at all of a sudden deciding when he's going to sit down in the telephone booth, and he starts fucking winging heavy hooks and heavy uppercuts. And so I think Charles is going to struggle with that because early knockout. Yeah, that's why I wanted you guys to see that one. He's complaining, but I don't think there's much complaining to make. I'm not interested in the Santiago Luna fight. We will go to the Imanov fight, which I predicted correctly. But boy, was it scary. It was scary, man. It was scary. Imanov had the least pro fights on the card. And he was a 425 favorite. That's absurd. I don't even understand betting. I really don't. Like how they make the lines and shit. I don't know. But yes, back to Max and Charles. Max, I think, can crack him. I think Max is going to stay on his bike a lot, put out crazy volume. And I think there's going to be a time where Charles kind of comes jumping in, or I don't know, he kind of comes in way too hot. And I think Max is going to kind of crunch down on his punches, get in the telephone booth, and I think he's going to rip off some fucking hooks. I think he might crack to the body. I think Charles will try to clinch, maybe throw a knee up the middle. I think Max will weave it and fucking maybe crack him with a good straight right, or maybe a good check hook off of that. Yeah, Max isn't bad in the clinch whatsoever. It's just, is Charles going to instantly like forget clinch game and go takedown game? And Max has good takedown defense, but he's also lost to Volk from the grappling. You know what I mean? So it's like, Volk's grappling or Charles is grappling, like fuck, you know what I mean? But I think Max will do a good job of staying on that bike, and then it's gonna catch Charles off guard when Max decides to get rooted and plant those heels and really start fucking winging. Yeah, I'm gonna go Max. Look away. I'm gonna go Max knockout. All right, I'm gonna go Max knockout. But we'll do a much deeper breakdown of that card later on in the week. I just wanted to get out some quick little predictions. Just to cover some talking space, you know what I mean? We're just sitting here chilling, chopping it up. A little barbershop banter type beat. This fight is fucking good right here. This Rodriguez versus Borjas fight is very good. If you didn't get a chance to see it, you'll see it right here. Imanol is doing this thing. One of his feints was doing this. Like he kept flashing that right hand. He just did it right there. He kept flashing that right hand. I think That was a fucking terrible. I don't know if that's part of his feint game or if that's a tick, but I don't like it personally. At a higher level, you saw right there, Borjas goes, he's trying to get to that check hook because he keeps flashing that hand up. It does not take much to get caught by that check hook. And if that check hook comes from the waist, you really don't see it. And you don't even see a check hook if it's just right here, boom. So when it's coming from the waist and they like throw, it's like kind of that, he just did it. It's kind of that hook slash uppercut where it comes here. Ah, fuck, I just hit my elbow. Where it comes here, boom. Those are lethal, boy. And he kept flashing this hand out. You get hit on that chin right there, man. So Imanol needs to clean that up. That looked shaky. And this whole sequence right here was shaky to me. Beautiful, beautiful outside trip, though, to get himself in a position to try to recover a little bit here. And he eventually starts doing some great groundwork. But fuck, that boy ate. That boy ate a punch, man. He got cracked. Insane swing of momentum we just saw. I like Laura Sanko, but I don't like her on the commentary, if I'm being honest. I'm not trying to be a hater. I just don't like her on the commentary. I don't like Michael Bisping on the commentary most of the time. I don't like Daniel Cormier on the commentating most of the time. John Anik. I used to like John Anik. He's low-key starting to kind of annoy me for some reason. Do you guys hear his little chuckle in the background all the time? He does that way too fucking often. That shit bugs me, man. That shit bugs me. There's times I just I don't listen to the commentary at all. Yeah, I don't know. I think the commentary team needs some work, low key. I think they need to bring in some better people. I don't know who, but you need to bring somebody in. The UFC hates everybody at the UFC. Mostly probably hates MMA Guru, but fuck, get him on the mic. That dude seems to need something in life, man. He seems fuck, bro. If you're a streamer, especially in the MMA world, you probably look to Guru a little bit, as one of them cats that made it. But I don't know, man. Emotionally and mentally, it still just doesn't seem like he's made it. It seems like maybe it just feels like all of his interactions just come from chat, and I just think he needs to just get out more. I just think you could see in his little live when he was hanging out with Aiden Ross and all them, you could see that's a fucking dude who just sits down all day. I know he does stuff. He looked decently in shape for a big fellow, but you could just tell, I don't know, his body language just read that he was just scared to be out, just scared of like what was around him, just scared of environments and I don't know, man. He just felt awkward to me. He felt like he didn't know what to do around real people. He didn't know how to act. He didn't know if he should keep his character going around real people or not. And I just don't think he knows how to. I don't think Guru knows how to be at peace with himself. I don't think he knows how to just actually chill by himself. And it's probably because he grinded just so hard. He just streamed so hard. He just made so many videos and just so much energy. I mean, Guru's great at putting out that energy, just yelling and just getting hyped up about stuff. But you guys, I know you guys that are deep in his chat, man. You see it in him that I don't know, something's going on behind them eyes, bro. And chat, y'all ain't gonna be able to help him, dog. That dude needs to get out. I think it'd be a great opportunity. They fucking UFC brought in Nina Drama and shit to interview fighters. I don't understand why we can't get a big person in the content space like Guru actually in there to talk to some of the fighters that wouldn't just fucking tee off on him right away. And even if he does interview fighters that would maybe tee off on him right away, get security around and that's fucking views, man. That's hype. You know what I mean? Get him in there. And if somebody's going to take off on him, let him eat a couple punches or a punch, and security breaks it up right then and there. And Guru's a big enough guy. He has a big beard. He could take one on the chin, hopefully, man. Maybe. I don't know. I think Bros talked about how he grew up doing karate, but I don't really know, man. The way he looked in the ring versus Arman looked like he had never done anything athletically in his life, dog. I'm going to be honest. The way he was just getting snapped down. I'm sorry. I'm not even being braggadocious. That just couldn't happen to me. If Arman's gonna get a takedown on me, he's gonna have to like shoot a shot. You're not just gonna snap me down, brother. That ain't happening, dog. I mean, that's nah. And it was like multiple times. That's just getting way too heavy out on your front foot. It just that just shows me that you don't know how to like control your own body weight. And if you don't know how to control your own body weight, it makes any form of grappling really, really difficult. And I could just see it in him right away that he just didn't understand that concept. Getting both his wrists grabbed, holy guru! All you had to do was this: just cross over your own wrist, man. Fuck. I teach that shit to seventh grade wrestlers, dog. Fuck. But no, I'm not hating on Guru, bro. I'm not. I like that guy a lot. I think he's entertaining. I think he's funny. I think he just needs help. And I don't think his own ego will let him. And now he's built up such a chat that like I guarantee his chat will be like, man, quit being a bitch. Quit being a pussy. Mental health is a real thing, ladies and gentlemen, and you can see it behind Guru's eyes, man. That fucker, he got some shit going on, dog, and he's had shit going on. Even when he was up on that uprise and blowing up, he had shit going on, man. You could always see it. Um, and I know how much fucking donations y'all send and shit. Probably one of those donos need to let the brother know to keep his head up or some shit, man. Don't always just get a chance in there to troll when he does his little uh live chat or however that works, fucking chat to speak or whatever the hell. Use it as a chance to actually lift them up and not just troll, man. Because I know a lot of you guys, I don't even watch him like that for real, for real. I ain't ever been really subscribed to him like that. Like I'm subscribed to his YouTube, but like I don't know what he streams on, if it's on YouTube or Twitch or I don't know. I've never been in there. But he's got a huge fan base, man. And don't make it one of those things where he ends up leaving and now you guys are crushed. He's around now. So let him know how much, you mean to him, even if it's just in terms of laughs, man. In terms of laughs, or if you really do use him as a way to, kind of help predict and make bets on fights or whatever you use Guru streams for. Don't just be a part of the troll. I know that that's his character, but if you really just look at the eyes, bro, he's got shit going on, and y'all need to lift him up a little bit, man, so that he could keep providing the trolls that you guys love. All right, that's just I don't know. That's just a little side take that I had, and I don't even fucking know if anybody from Guru's chat will see this. I don't even know if anybody will see this actually, but we gonna post that shit anyway, dog. I do need to get a drink soon. Thirsty, parched. But I want to get to the end of this one and then I'll restart recording again. Eventually at some point I'm gonna start doing some lives. I'll probably do watch parties and shit. I'm trying to get the hang of this, man. I'm trying to figure out I'm trying to figure out like a little bit of organization kind of. I don't want to just be all over the place. I don't want to just be like rambling. I want it to kind of feel like it's in order of a good one too. Snapped his head back on both of them. Um, yeah, I just want it to feel like a little bit in order and like a real show and like you understand kind of what's happening and what I'm talking about. I don't want to just be bouncing place to place. Um, I don't want to seem like I'm just bouncing subject to subject. I don't know if that even makes any sense, but I'm just trying to figure this all out. You know what I mean? But eventually we're gonna be going live. Um, I know damn well those first lives, however many it's gonna take, I'm gonna probably have maybe one person in there, but we gonna bring the same energy regardless. Cause I know damn well that there's a place for me in this motherfucking space, and I'm gonna make it happen, dog. I'm gonna make it fucking happen. I believe that with my heart full heartedly because I don't know, man. My whole entire life, brother, I kid you not, my whole entire life, like I was obviously an athlete, but people would always tell me, family, friends, whoever, coaches would just always tell me if I don't make it in the sport that I wanted to make it in, that I should just go into the commentary world. And I don't know, I never really took that opportunity. And now I do. I realize it. I see it now and I want to get into it. I want to be a part of it. I have a voice for it. I have the knowledge for it. I have the eyes for it. I see the game, every game. I see football. I see basketball. I see MMA. Um, I see hockey. I see baseball. I see it. Every sport. I just see it differently. Again, I'm not a braggadocious guy. I just understand what my skills are as a human, and some of my skills are just really analyzing the sports shit, man. My whole life I haven't really cared about too fucking much, dog. I really haven't. It's been sports and shit, a couple things that just kind of come around and then eventually leave, but outside of like relationships, family relationships, my wife, outside of that shit, dog, it's just sports for me, homie. I'm still, I'm a coach. I was an athlete for a very, very long time. I had aspirations of being in the UFC until an injury kind of stopped that a little bit. And now I have aspirations of getting into this game in just a different way. And that's through this commentary shit. I could go to school, I could get it on my resume. I could take a broadcasting class, I could try to go work at fucking Fox or some shit. Um, or I could just get on this social media space and just build content on my own and just be my own business. And it's not gonna work right away. It's gonna take time, and I know that. And I'm gonna be patient. And I'm gonna grind and I'm gonna grind and I'm gonna show that same fucking energy every time. And yeah, I don't know if one day I'll be one of I don't want to be a Kai Cenat. No, I'm talking about I don't want to be even as big as Guru, but I'm gonna be somebody in this space. Um, and actually, shout out. His name is Lorenzo Predicts. I doubt he'll see this or anybody from his chat will see this, but I used to actually be in his chat way way back, not way way back, but a little bit back when he would literally be that guy with sometimes 4 or 5 viewers, and he just always provided that energy, man. He never got bored. He never, I don't know, he never acted like, should I just get off? Like people aren't tuning in, more people aren't coming in. Like he never gave that. And the other day I actually checked on his watch party, and he had like 350 viewers, I think, or something like that at the time that I checked. And shit, man, that's all I can ask for, Eventually, I'm going to build my way up to that, and that was a little bit of inspiration for me because I'm not going to lie, when I started seeing Guru, he was already real big. Um, and I just don't feel like I see a lot of people in the space that are kind of smaller creators that everybody just seems like a fucking industry plant, dog. I know everybody isn't, man, but it really just seems like all of a sudden, like people just be around and just be huge and popular. Um, I don't feel like you see those small creators that kind of start at the bottom and really build and build and build. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm not a guy that watches a bunch of streamers and stuff anyway. I don't know if Speed was one of those cats that obviously started with like 2 viewers. Maybe he did. I'm sure everybody starts there. It's just hard to believe, dog. Like, did Kai always have like fucking 100 viewers at least? Like, I don't know. I can't see Kai providing the energy he provides to maybe like 5 people when he first began, but maybe again, I wasn't around back then type shit. So I don't know. So yeah, good fight there. I got that prediction right with Imanol. Going into the next fight, I'm not gonna watch it. It was Edgar versus Felipe. I told you guys to pick because I didn't care about that fight. Uh, should we watch Daniel Zellhuber versus Bobby Green? The pick I got wrong. Should we watch it?
We will watch Bobby do Bobby shit. Yeah, Zellhuber looked big, man. And Bobby, I don't know, man. But I don't even know what to say about Bobby. But yeah, like I said, if you watch that other video, I said, man, Bobby. I showed you guys, Bobby fights just like this. He talks shit. He puts his hands down most of the time. He fucking pops that one too. Look, pops that one to the body, pops that one to the face. Yeah, I don't know, bro. For how big Zellhuber looked, I don't know if maybe this is a hard weight cut. It doesn't. He doesn't seem. I mean, maybe he could be a welterweight. I don't know. He just moves slow, man. Bobby is fast. I think he'll always be fast. Like, it does not matter how long he fights. He's just a fast twitch motherfucker. But yeah, Zellhuber just looks slow, just so flat-footed, just super slow hand speed. I mean, I don't know. He just didn't look good. For how big he was, he didn't look strong in the clinch ever. I mean, gets his neck snapped back right there by the same two that Bobby's been throwing the whole time. I mean, literally, Bobby does just this. He's going to knee stomp. He's going to throw straights to the body. He's going to throw straights to the face. And occasionally he'll do something, you know, that maybe you hadn't seen from him. But for the most part, it's this. I mean, goodness, snapping his neck back. I mean, and a lot of people have solved Bobby, but a lot of people also haven't. And I don't know, Zellhuber's still young. This might have just looked fucking crazy to him. I don't know why you're not throwing a left high kick right there. Let's watch that again. I remember thinking this live when it was happening. That I thought this was the moment my shin to the head prediction would be right. Because the way that Bobby's exiting here, this is awful. Why is he not throwing that front fucking head kick right there? And then Daniel looks at him smiling. I'm sorry. We got to look at it again. I'm sorry. Look at this. Misses the fucking front kick. Misses like 2 hooks right here. Bobby is not facing him. Bobby's literally not facing him. People don't understand this. And I know people don't understand it because people try to say that Sean Merab won when Merab thought the round was over and then Sean punched him in the back of the ear. If you show me the back of your head while we're on our feet, brother, I'm allowed to fucking crack you in the back of your skull. That's 100% allowed. 100% allowed. If you start throwing a spinning back fist at the same exact time that I throw a step back straight, I'm going to be cracking you in the back of your head, and that's perfectly allowed. Bobby evading like this, it's perfectly allowed for Daniel to fucking say, forget the hook. It's out of range, clearly. Let me launch this right hand at the back of his fucking head. Right here. Right there. Dude, you know how hard it is to take that shot to the equilibrium? Daniel just chasing him with like 3 left hooks. My goodness. Or this front leg. Fucking left high kick. Left high kick. Left high kick. I mean, really. That's just terrible. And then he tries to brawl with him right here. Yeah. Ugh. I don't know. That's a moment right there where he could have made my prediction perfectly right. And he just is getting danced on. Bobby was about to catch his fucking teep kick. I mean, See, right there, Bobby thought about doing some shit we've never seen. Right there, he did it. But there it goes back to the knee stomp. Oh, slap, straight right. Bobby just fights like he's in the streets, brother, and I love it, but fuck, man. You gotta be able to get after him. Close the distance. You see him stepping back? Bobby's really good in the middle. Bobby's not as good up against the fence like that, only because there's way less movement. You can't go back as far, obviously. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Daniel looked awful. I'm not even gonna lie. Daniel looked awful, in my opinion. The purple shorts are cool, but other than that, Daniel did not look good out there, man. He looks good in his shorts. Pause. I'm not gay. Why did I even have to add that? This is the society we live in, man. Fuck. Yeah, coach is saying you're too tight right now. Yeah, bro, you're fucking, yeah. Nothing looks fast at all, man. Nothing looks fast. Let's skip this. Make this a little bit faster. There it. Let's go back and look at that actually, because that's what I was calling for a little bit, was the head kick. Let's review this. Let's take a look at this. So not what I called out for him to do in my analysis on the last video. Bobby moves off your reaction. So something has to come before the kick. So I tried to say a classic 1 or classic 2 to the head kick, you know, that Leon Edwards, Stephen Thompson shit. And he throws this blank head kick instead in distance, and Bobby reacts off of your first thing because he fights hands down and is a head movement guy. Sorry, my wife called me. So, yeah, anyway, Bobby's a head movement guy and fights with his hands just straight down. So he's reading your first thing. And basically he's hoping that making you miss, like if he's correct the first time, making you miss that strike throws off whatever your possible combo might have been. Because if you notice, anytime Bobby moves, it's not just a slip and a counter strike back. He rarely even slips and counters. He's making you miss multiple strikes. He's maybe ducking and then weaving. He's maybe going this way and then starts running, or he's making you miss multiple strikes, or maybe he does a hard pivot backwards. He's making you miss multiple strikes. And that comes off of if he reads your first one correct. If you land, or even if you throw, that's what I'm saying. You throw the 1 or you throw the 2 and the kick is right behind it. He's reading the 1 or he's reading the 2, and maybe he's moving off of that, and that fucking kick is going to become lethal. And you can play with it. He tries here to go to the roundhouse to the spinning back kick. Why didn't we feint, or why didn't we go 1 left roundhouse kick, quick switch kick, maybe to the body, and then spinning shit if that's what you wanted to do? That you gotta be able to cut off Bobby from a hard sidestep, or you have to get him to read your first strike, but you're planning on the second strike being where he's reading your first strike. Because there's tendencies in head movement, and there's tendencies in how a person evades strikes. Now it's on you to make that tendency happen to where he thinks he's evading, and now your second strike is what's connecting. Marlon Vera versus Dominic Cruz. Leon Edwards, Commodore Usman. You know, a bunch of examples. So let's look at it again. We'll go... Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to go back that far. My bad. Oh, here we go. See, right there. He throws that too. Should have thrown a kick. Did I somehow go forward? You guys get what I'm saying, probably. I don't know. You see that? Check that out. Right there is what I was talking about. Right. Okay. Daniel throws a 2. Bobby evades. Okay? Now I'm Daniel. I throw a 2, and here comes my fucking kick behind it. And Bobby just evaded that way. These are the things that I don't understand, how one, a fighter doesn't pick up on in the fight, but also I don't blame the fighter because you're in the fight. How is a coach not able to read this? Because this is what I said before the fight. And then during the fight, I'm watching and I'm like, what the fuck, man? I don't understand why you're not doing this. How is a coach not... I don't know, man. There's that blank head kick, then a blank spinning kick off of the head kick. I mean, that's not... He's reading the first strike. Look. So he almost didn't even read that fast enough. So if you put something in front first to cover your what's coming next, that's going to land. Look, he's reading the first strike every time. I want you guys to really pay attention to that. Well, now there's a fucking scramble here, so hold on. Yeah, he gets this buggy choke, but it's not actually shit. I mean, you guys can see what I'm saying. Bobby Green is reacting off of the first twitch that Daniel does. And I suppose what Bobby is really good at is not falling for other people's feints. I mean, when he commits to moving his head off the center line, he moves it off the center line. But that's just... Whew, that was a good hook. But, I mean, that's just why I feel like if you throw something and then put the kick behind it, I just think Bobby is going to get slept, personally. But I don't know, man. Daniel didn't feel that way, I guess. Cracked him bad. Who was the ref of this fight? Oh, Herb, of course. Goodness. look at that, bro. Herb has got to get in there faster, man. Goodness. But yeah, there we go. That's the pick I got wrong. Bobby put on a great performance, and I'm actually happy for him. I like Bobby, like I said. Let's move on to Marlon Vera versus David Martinez, which I did get right to a T. I told you guys Marlon would just get caught trying to be too flat-footed, trying to stay in the telephone booth, and David Martinez did not give him that opportunity once. That boy kept moving, stayed on his bike. Anytime his back hit the cage a little bit, he'd circle off. He was not going to get caught against the cage against Marlon, where Marlon can plant his feet, become a rooted fighter again, and really start winging his shots. David Martinez looked really good, but like I said, man, Chito, I don't know. Chito's just too old. He's never been an output guy, but now I'm just not even sure if he is a power guy because of his age. So, I don't know, man. It's time for Marlon to go do some real American freestyle or something. Did you guys see Armin and Giorgio are going to do a grappling match, submission only or some shit? That's crazy. I don't know, man. I wrestled in college. Giorgio isn't great at wrestling. Does he have some technique for show? But even in all of his videos, you know, holding up the sign, take me down for $1,000 or whatever. I don't know, bro. He's not all that. That's for sure. To be getting 2 matches with Armin, fuck, man. What do I gotta do? Shit. I don't have a beach nearby me to go stand on, I guess, and go wrestle randoms. If I'm being honest with you guys, I don't even know if I want to re-watch this again with y'all, man. You guys all know what happened by this point, right? Freaking Martinez stays on his bike the whole fight and just fucking whoops on Marlon, but it's nothing really that crazy. Yeah, we don't need to watch this. It's nothing really that crazy. Do we even need to watch Brandon again? Let's watch Brandon, even though it hurts my heart a little bit. Let's watch Brandon. But forget that Marlon fight and David Martinez. You guys are good off of that, right? I feel like you guys are good off of it. I started thinking about it. This is going to be put out way late. It's going to be a way late post-fight analysis. But you know what? Who cares? Who cares? I will get out my... I already said some predictions in this video for the upcoming fights, but we'll put out a more deeper analysis of my picks before Saturday for show. We'll get it out. We'll get it out probably on Friday. Shit. Now that I think about it, this might be posted on Friday with it. Fuck, I don't know, man. This shit's hard. I gotta pay somebody. I gotta pay a fucking editor or something. I ain't got time for this. Psych, we ain't paying nobody. We getting it out the mud, cuz. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, by the time I get this posted out, I'm definitely going to be losing a good amount of viewership considering nobody's going to need this video by the time I get it out. But you know what? Maybe there will be a few out there that have been under a rock or something. Maybe they completely missed this. Maybe they've been out of town. Maybe their internet's been down. Maybe the algorithm just helps me out. Who knows? But we will get better at this. We will get out this upcoming fight's predictions in time, and I will get that post-fight analysis out. Maybe that night, maybe the next day. I'm thinking I might do my first watch party. Might do my first watch party this fight. Might be streaming to myself, but that's what I'm fucking doing right now, essentially, before I post these, so what's the diff? So yeah, the first round... first round was a good amount of feeling out, but still some good striking, still some good connections. Brandon has thrown that big overhand I think already. I was about to say 3. That's now looking like 4 times this round already. He already has a little bit of a mouse on his eye. Clean body kick there. Oh, question mark kick fell off his balance. Moner's arm tat's pretty cool. He's winging that overhand. Falling for a lot of feints. Yeah, from round 1, man, Brandon just didn't look. This doesn't look like Moreno, bro. Fuck, man. He got in way too early. I don't know why he did all that. There was no way I was thinking that Tatsutsuo was going to knock him out. And, fuck, man. Yeah, he did not need to come back this early. But he gave Kavanagh a freaking opportunity to just get right in the conversation, essentially, which is crazy. His last fight was a loss, but fuck. Now he's all of a sudden in title contention way more than Charles Johnson or whatever. Wait, Charles Johnson or Jourdain? No, it's Johnson. Charles Jourdain is Air Jourdain. That's a different guy. All right, so let's see if we can get a good look here. So this is after first round. I mean, am I tripping, or doesn't it just look like this body language is off, man? I mean, I'm a big Moreno fan, and it just does not feel like his eyes. It just doesn't feel like there's fire in them. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm seeing. Yeah, and I remember thinking it the whole time while he was fighting too. He just didn't. I wonder if he started to think he got in too soon. I wonder if that's ever a thought for fighters. Like, oh, fuck. Maybe I did rush this. I don't know. But here we go again. He's rocking back and forth. Being the energetic Brandon that we all know, or trying to, you know, jogging out, usual Brandon. High guard, usual Brandon. I mean, like, what am I seeing right now, man? It just doesn't feel like Moreno. This just does not feel like Moreno. Like, you guys can see what I'm talking about, man. This is not Moreno. It just isn't. Oh my goodness, that front kick was right to the chin. Like, I almost want to turn it off, man. Fuck. Dude, yeah, as I rewatch this, man, this shit is making me just upset. Brandon should not have been in this fucking fight. He needed way more time off. He looks so slow. He looks, I don't know. He looks incredibly slow. He's biting on every single feint. He's going high guard when nothing's happening, and then he's winging an overhand or dropping his guard when he's getting cracked with shots. I mean, Brandon is one of the best at staying high guard, rolling with the shots, and then giving some back. Right now, like right there, he's staying high guard, nothing's happening, and then he opens way up with a huge overhand and gets caught here. I thought Brandon was going to go out here. I really was. I was like, oh my goodness, look at that. When he slips right there, I was like, holy, boys, holy. Beautiful feint to the body, overhand, top of the ear shot. And yeah, this was a really good point, actually, that Lorosenko did make. You got to think about it from Lohner's perspective, dude. This is an insane moment. And then he has a guy like Brandon Moreno right on the edge of maybe going out. And look at Lohner. He's not rushing this at all. He stays patient. He doesn't jump in to get taken down. He doesn't jump in to get caught with something maybe. He's just being real patient, fighting the exact same fight that got him to hurt Brandon in the first place. And that was impressive to me. You know, we knew about Lohner, but this fight did show a lot. The amount of checks, too. I don't know if you guys have been noticing this, but he's almost checked every fucking leg kick that Brandon has thrown, as well as chopping Brandon's leg right there. Boom. I mean, Brandon was getting fucked up in the legs. That's good work for Moreno. Fucking misses 4 jabs in a row. Fucking Bisping, dude. I swear sometimes these dudes just talk, man. Which is what I do too, I guess. Fuck. That's Moreno's best weapon, that big right hand. Yeah, that big right hand is one of Moreno's best weapons, but if you guys have noticed it, he's thrown fucking 18 of them. I mean, I don't know how important it becomes at that point. It gets pretty easy to see, and you get pretty tired of throwing them as well, especially when you're missing. It's almost like your body starts telling you, I don't want to keep throwing that strike. It gets slower and slower and slower. I mean, Kavanagh's seeing every overhand. He's even throwing near overhands with the jab hand. And I haven't seen him land very many of them. So yeah, Lorosenko, you know, tries to make a point that that's one of Brandon's best weapons, but when you're over here spamming it, it really no longer becomes that. It gets pretty seeable. Especially when you've been getting peed off on the whole fucking time, dog. Lohner's like feeling himself right now. I mean, he's seeing everything. Again, we were talking about the body link. Look at Brandon right now. I mean, are we for real? If you guys are Moreno fans, you know damn well that looked nothing like Brandon fucking Moreno. I mean, he looked checked out in that corner. He looked checked out after round 1. Trying to get himself, you can see that right there. He's trying to get himself into it a little bit, and it's not, I don't know, man. His body language just felt off. It really did. I'm not even sure what, that jab that he's popping out is literally nothing. He's not even taking a front step with it. Yeah, I can't believe that Brandon wasn't able to take him down. I can't even remember if he really tries. There's the overhand. I connected a little bit there on the edge of the chin. Tries to step in with the check hook. Bro, I don't understand them. Like he just said, Brandon's starting to get a little bit of momentum here. I just don't think, I don't understand that. I don't know if they're watching the monitor right in front of them. I don't know if they're trying to watch from the K. I don't get it. But sometimes they just say shit, man. Brandon lands 1 strike, misses 7 of them, and they're like, he's getting going here. No, he's not, man. He's just getting more tired, missing strikes. And that is another thing. You'll hear Joe Rogan say it a lot, that they're rolling with the strikes, but I don't think anybody else in MMA commentary even understands what rolling with strikes is, because they'll just think fucking everything is landing. If somebody's throwing, they think it's landing. Here we go. Here's a takedown attempt. I felt like it was a good shot, but then he goes up to climb the body. I don't get why guys don't just fucking dump that single leg, man. Keep it in between your legs and then dump it. If you're a wrestler, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But in mixed martial arts, man, they seem to love this body lock shit. I don't get it. I don't know. I've never understood right here in these positions why you don't go drop single on the near leg. Take him away from the fence. And go treetop with it. I mean, that's the second time that he's fallen just off of his own fucking reach with his kicks not being there. So the problem is when you have shorter legs, there's obviously less to stand on when you're putting yourself on one leg. So if I have one of your legs, the higher I start to lift it, we go treetop with it, boom. That guy's not going to be able to balance on that other leg, man. I don't know why you don't go drop single there from the body lock, drop down, drop single, pick it high up into the armpit. In the UFC fucking 5 video game, though, they have that grab the head, throw the knee up with it. That shit is annoying. I ain't even seen many people do that shit in real life. Like, I've seen it attempted, but I don't feel like I've seen it successfully work the way that shit'll work in the damn game. You won't even mean to do it. You'll just catch their kick. All of a sudden, boom, they jump up with the knee. Shit's crazy. I do remember thinking that Brandon looked a little bit better this round. Maybe it was a little bit of the grappling that maybe gave him, I don't know, a feel. Maybe he felt like, okay, maybe I've drained his arms a little bit. Let me get after him on the feet. I don't know, but it still wasn't a great round. But I would say that you got to give that one probably to Brandon. But in the end, I'm pretty sure at this point you guys all know what happened. So this round made no difference. But what I do want to point out here is now let's go back to the body language. Okay, so Brandon did have a little bit of a better round. Lohner not even using the stool. So I don't know what they were talking about. He has cardio problems. That doesn't seem to be a thing. Pan over to Brandon now. Fuck. Pan over to Brandon, camera. Holy. We're getting this guy's whole corner device. There we go. Okay, now look at the body language. After a better round, right? Look, this is Brandon, right? Looking right in his coach's eyes, shaking his head. He's talking a little bit. Shaking his head again. Talking a little bit. See, he's understanding everything. He's getting his information out. He's taking in information. A little bit better body language, right? So maybe he's starting to feel, okay, I'm here. I'm in it, right? I'm in it. 10 minutes is a long time, Brendan. Fuck. I don't know why I don't like Bisping. I like him in every other setting. Just when he does commentary, I'm not a fan. See, this is not a good single leg. It's so strong right there at the upper thigh. You have to start low and lift up right from that heel. That's everything. That's the whole difference. If you can lift up from that heel rather than at the knee or anything above, you're gonna have much more success. Even any young wrestlers, if you happen to be watching this, if you shoot that low sweep single, I promise you, you have much more success if you're scooping it and lifting from the heel and getting that ankle high in the armpit and then deciding what your finish is gonna be, rather than trying to go to that thigh and picking up an entire leg. Now you're picking up an entire tree trunk, essentially. You gotta go lower. Now here, I don't think the drop single's here, right? When they're face to face, I don't think the drop single is there. What I'm saying though is that when the person against the cage is turned around, Merab does it a lot, Kamaru was great at it, just holding, stomping the feet, hitting the back of the thigh or whatever, or the quad, or what am I fucking saying? The hamstring, goddammit. That's where I think the drop single is, right? Because it's just so close to you, and you have direct access to literally just scoop up that heel, get it high in the armpit. Right here, though, Brandon would have to go so low to try to get to that ankle. I don't know what Loner would do, but I could see how, I guess it's like a pretty vulnerable position. I will say, them shots right there are fucking annoying. That knee to the inner knee is insane. I mean, those are those little simple strikes that when somebody lands enough of them, I start to wonder, like, holy, what does that feel like the next morning? Like, imagine getting a Charlie horse, and then for the whole day, somebody just kept hitting it. Like, that dude is just kneeing him right on the inside of the knee. I mean, hit yourself right there, right now. Like, it starts to hurt just after a little bit, just barely touching it. Now, imagine a whole knee. Wow. And with it turned like that. Oh, goodness. But imagine if the knee goes to knee, like the knee bone to knee bone. Fuck, that would hurt Brandon. It would hurt Kavanaugh too, but those strikes would hurt Brandon. Look at that leg kick. Kavanaugh does a great job of keeping his toes pointed anytime he throws a kick. Any kick, he really gets those toes pointed out. And if you don't get what I'm saying by that is you could have, right? So like, here's her foot. It could be landing like this. Or here's her foot. You point them out and it could be landing like this. It's just a little bit of a harder strike. It also protects you from snapping your own fucking ankle or foot or shin. You could even see it right there in the miss. His foot is really pointed, and that's good kicking technique. Digs an underhook here. I think he has a whizzer on the other side. Digs a whizzer right now. Knee and elbows. Good spinning heel kick. Even right there, that toe I'm telling you, if you slow it down to however many frames per second you can, even on that spinning heel kick, his toe, they finish like that. His toes end up pointed. On that spinning heel kick, if they're not pointed, you land. Now this is the back of your Achilles. Obviously this is my wrist, but we're pretending this is my leg. This is the back of your Achilles. Bam! That shit can really fuck you up. You point them, and now it's your heel that's connecting. And that's what Conor McGregor said is like a 9-iron coming out from a bat or whatever the fuck he said. So there's little nuances like that if you see good technique like that from a young fighter, it's usually a pretty good tell that they have a good foundation. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know Lohner's foundation. I don't know where the guy came from. I'm just being honest. But he appears to have some very good, I don't know. He kind of seems karate style a little bit, but I don't know. He maybe some Muay Thai style. I don't really know what his background is, but he's got good hands. He's got amazing feints. He's got good timing. He's got good kicks. Really good feints. Really good in and outs, exits. Fucking Lohner looked damn good, bro. He looked damn good. For a guy that I did not know too much about, other than a couple of fights, all of a sudden I'm like, damn. Oh, shit. Digging the Whizzer. Like, what did Lorosenko just say? Kavanagh has to move past bicep control. Bicep control? It's called a fucking Whizzer, I'm pretty sure, universally. That's like having an underhook and saying have an armpit control. What are we talking about? Fucking Lorosenko, bro. Yeah, he's got good kicks, man. All right, now he's, I don't even remember all this. Now he's getting a little bit out of pocket. Maybe he was kind of trying to get desperate a little bit. He didn't know how to keep Brandon off of him from trying to get to this clinch. Started throwing a little bit of bigger strikes maybe, and then got scared that he was all of a sudden jumping up in the air like, what the fuck, I'm not even in range. Bro canceled his strike. That Whizzer's crucial for Kavanagh right now. Oh, he lost it. This should have been a finished takedown right here. Yeah, Brandon, that, you know, just gas. That should have been a finished takedown. Now he's back to the Whizzer. Brandon, again, is high up in that high crotch. It's just not... like, we're in an outside high crotch. Have you ever fucking even heard of that working? Almost every time they've broke from the clinch, though, Kavanagh lands an elbow. those are little things. Like, Brandon is a really, really good fighter in terms of reading people and adjusting. And I don't know, man. I just didn't see adjustments. He's getting cracked with the same elbow, breaking off of the clinch. Kavanagh has circled off to the same direction every time from the clinch against the fence. Brandon only shoots some half-ass single high up in the leg. Got him against the cage here, clinching up again. I mean, that was a time to just plant your fucking feet and start winging. Good short elbow there. I mean, look at that. 3 strikes last round, 3 significant this round. I mean, what are we talking about, man? That's not Brandon Moreno, dog. Like, fuck. Okay, maybe Brandon did make finally the adjustment of the elbows, because now he's just trying to get in some of his own elbows, maybe because he's releasing that other arm to throw the elbow, so maybe that's making Kavanagh think I can circle off, which is what he was doing to get to his elbow. But that was way too late of an adjustment. So yeah, Kavanagh won that fight. You guys know that already. And that's that. I mean, that's the card. Like I said, I felt like I gave you guys pretty good predictions. I did get this fight wrong. I did get Bobby Green kind of wrong. But I also did give you guys some advisements about those fights as well. So, you know, I kind of knew. I just didn't want to believe what I knew, you know? But that's it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you if you tune in. I appreciate you if you like and you comment. I appreciate you if you subscribe me. And I appreciate if you talk shit to me. I appreciate if you show love. And fuck, I appreciate you if you just happen to see it somehow in your feed and you click the shit and you clicked off. At least you tried, man. Shout out, y'all. Have a good night.